Good afternoon, everyone, on this Friday afternoon, Friday the 6th of November, 2020. And welcome to our Implementing Easy Changes weekly business tips here at CCGM Consulting Limited. My name is Ariane. I'm a business consulting at business CCGM Consulting Limited, business consultant. And I will be with you every Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. UK time, if you are watching live from the UK. And the reason I have put this series live together is to help small business owners just like you to adapt with the current economical and changes that we are going through here in the UK with lockdown 2.0. Here we are again in lockdown. So as small business owners, again, we need to adapt and we need to make some changes. Now, it might be a little bit easier this time round as it's not the first time. So some of the things that you have come up with or made changes with for your small business the first time round with the first lockdown might still apply this time. But a lot of you have not just yet adapted to lockdown situation, and the second lockdown might be the right time for you to actually jump on the wagon and do something about it. So there's never now is a good time like never to do those changes. And this week I'm going to share two small business tips that you can implement straight away into your small business to adapt your small business to lockdown. So for that, I'm going to share my screen in a minute. If you are watching the replay, please let me know in the comments below, either underneath the YouTube channel, the video, or on Facebook. And if you are listening to our podcast, please do leave your comments as well. We'd love to hear from you. So let's have a quick look at what we are covering today. We are going to be, let me just move this a bit out of the way. So as I said, if this is coming up, so we are going to cover together changes that you can implement into your business. So let me just, if it's working, processing request, here we go. My lovely presentation, here we go. So implementing easy changes to help you adapt your small business to lockdown. And as I said, those are easy tips that you can implement straight away. And the reason for that is we all know that the easier the task is, the higher the chances are that you will actually implement those actions, those changes. So I've kept it very simple, but very efficient. You might have overlooked some of those tips that I will be sharing each week during these videos. And again, it might be worth looking back if you have skipped that step or haven't implemented the tip that I'm sharing this particular week, then it might be worth looking back and maybe implementing it. It's never too late. So this week, we are going to be talking about business tip number 1, update your clients, your customers on regular basis. And business tip number 2 is look after your existing clients, your customers. So those are some tips that I have shared in previous presentations, business presentations, but I thought it is very important, especially with the current changes, to revisit those business tips. And if you haven't had a chance to apply them, now is a good time. So tip number one, business tip number one, is update your clients and your customers on regular basis. So it sounds pretty simple, but when you think about it, when you are faced as a small business owner with a change of a situation, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for yourself to adapt and to think of the strategy, maybe a new strategy that you're going to adopt for your business. So you need to inform your customers, you need to inform your clients that you are still around, but you are making the necessary changes, the necessary adjustments to your small business, that is not on standstill. So make sure you keep them up to date. It could be by email, it could be on social media, it could be with a video, it could be on various different ways. You need to make sure that you reach all your customers, all your clients in the way that you would in normal times, if I could say it that way. So make sure you update them, and remember that there is nothing, there's no right, no wrong. Use the language that you usually use with the rest of your communication. Simply update them and tell them what is happening. Even if not much is happening, inform them that you will get back to them with updates on your small business in the next coming days, for example, or next week. It's always good when the clients, the customers know that you haven't disappeared, you're still around, but you will get back to them in the next few days. So this is business tip number one. Make sure that you inform your clients, your customers, or your followers. They don't need to be paying or paying customers or clients. The followers, your audience, who is following you, who is relying maybe on you as well. So make sure you update them. So this is business tip number one. If you haven't done so, it's still time. In the UK, on the 6th of November, we are just 2 days in the lockdown. So this is still early time. There is still time for you to apply business tip number one, which is updating your customers. And it could simply be a message on your social media platform saying, we are looking into Zoom options, or we are looking into internet options for the coming weeks. Bear with us. We will be in touch next week or in the next few days. It could be something as simple as this, or it could be a simple picture saying, bear with us, or stay with us, updates coming soon. Or it can be simple, but it can be very effective. So moving on to business tip number two, let's go back to what we said we were sharing this week. So business tip number two is look after your existing clients, existing customers. So it's a bit of a continuation of what we just said. Is keeping the communication open, communication going. And this applies more specifically to clients who are working with you, to students, to customers that are buying from you. So if they have invested their money into your product, your services, then it is very important that you tell them what is happening. Again, updating, number one. Number two is you need to remember that they rely on you, they trust you, and you want to keep that trust and the communication going with your existing customers. I mean, some businesses in the first lockdown have gone global, which is great, but they have forgotten in a way their close audience and clientele. So although a lot of the audience is now global, you still have to remember to look after your close by and existing clients, not just acquiring new client and customers, but really nurturing your existing customer, nurturing your existing clients. And how can you do that? How can you nurture the existing customers and clients that you currently have during lockdown? How can you adapt? It could be giving them a little bit extra during those challenging times. It could be giving them a little bit more time to pay what they usually pay. It could be giving them a little bit of extra support than you would usually. It could be you would have to think what can you do to support and be there a little bit more for your existing customers, your existing clients. And this will pay off in the long term, because those existing customers, those existing clients will remember on the long term that you were there during those challenging times, such as lockdown. So this is it, simple tips. And again, for business tip number 2, which is nurturing your existing customers, your existing clients, you can also very simply ask them. So send a survey or send private messages or private emails and ask your existing customers, your existing clients, how can you help them during those challenging times? And this will not only help them, but it will also help you as a small business owner to know how to tailor a little bit better your services, your products for the current situation of lockdown. They might need something slightly different than what they usually purchase from you during those challenging times. And now is a great time at the beginning of lockdown to reach out to your existing customers, your existing clients, and ask them if they need something slightly different. And it will work in a positive way for you as well. So this is what I had to share today for this week 1 of implementing simple business tips to adapt your small business to the current lockdown situation. We hope you are all well. We are here for you. If you need some specific help, we are here. Get in touch with us. Simply message us. We're happy to have an online business chat with you. We deliver one-to-one business strategy sessions online where we can help get you started with your business or help you get unstuck, move your business forward. Simply message us, get in touch. Don't be afraid. We are here to help. Until next week, same time, 4 p.m., Fridays during lockdown, online, live. We will see you very soon. Send us any questions you might have in the meantime. Otherwise, see you Friday next week. Bye now. Au revoir.